Hey, Black Lives Matter. Oh, wait, that's a white guy. Take his ass to jail. He's out of here.
Hey, I'm a white cracker for no reason.
So, yeah. I just, oh, first of all, hello, everybody. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. As always, your view means so much to me, okay? But I wanted to make a video because I was talking to my boyfriend and one of my girlfriends about how Black people, we live a completely different life than everybody out there. Because me and my friend, we was talking about how, like, some Dominicans, they don't want to claim Black, even though... you know, and I was like just thinking to myself, like, it's crazy how you can be Black but not claim Black. But like a Black person, an African American, like most of the time that's the first judgment that people have about us, and most of the time that's the first thing that like we know about ourselves, or that we are, you know, it's like you're Black and we have no choice about it, and we still continue to go day by day with the obstacles that may be in front of us, the challenges that may be in front of us, the things that they try to do just to keep us down. And it's just funny. But us, you know, when we wake up, it's not something that we can just say like, I'm Dominican, I'm not Black. Like, no, we say we like, you know, we're Black, we have to be Black. We wake up, that's what we are. It's not just like a thing that we just go back and forth not claiming. It's not just something, you know, like they always say, where you could just wake up one day and take your skin color off. Like, no, we really sit here and live a whole different experience than any other culture out there, especially African Americans, because a lot of times people want to say so much, especially with the things that I say and my advocatism, my activism, there you go. Especially with my activism, people will be so quick to tell me like I always say, don't say that, or you're spreading hate, you're spreading this, you're spreading that. And it's like a lot of the time I don't be listening to people, because that's where I just be like, you don't get it, and it's okay. But Black people, we live a life, and we live a like, I don't know how to explain it, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, even when our men are getting shot, even when people might be getting mistreated, like, no other culture will really understand what it's like, especially me personally, because I do feel a lot, but no other culture will really understand what it's like to watch the news and see somebody that can be part of your family. And, you know, not even that, but seeing somebody that's your race and your complexion, and especially with the history behind the country now, a lot of people will never understand what it feels like to really watch that, to really have your heart broken. A lot of people will never understand what it feels like to be a kid exposed to that and have your heart broken. And then when we talk to our parents about things, sometimes some families want to still cover up stuff. Some families still just want to move past that. Some families just feel like, we're not slaves no more, let's continue getting on. And of course, a general of the population feels like that too. But it's different when you sit with your parents, you sit with your family, and while y'all be having your dinners and you're chilling or whatever, not even thinking twice about nothing, our parents are sitting there telling us, hey, your life is gonna be hard. Why is my life gonna be hard? Why is my life gonna be hard, Dad? Why is my life gonna be hard, Grandma? Because of your skin color. How do you tell a kid that just because of how you were born, your life will not be the same, and it won't be easy? And a lot of times in our community, in our culture, we end up telling our kids that early. because we want our kids to know. And we don't want our kids to have no surprises. We have to tell little black boys, like, if you get stopped by a cop, don't do nothing. Just listen. Our thing is like, most people is like, when you get stopped by a cop, it's just listen to him or whatever. When we get stopped by a cop is don't do nothing. Let them say what they want to say. And you just make sure that you bring your ass home safe and alive. Y'all will never understand. If you're not black or you're not African American, you will never understand what that's like. And that's why when everybody tries to come for me, say I'm spreading hate or whatever, I don't give a damn. I don't care. Until you go through that experience, you cannot tell me shit. For a minute, when the African American Museum came out, I continued going. I think another thing, I honestly continued going because that was the only way that I really felt connected to my ancestors. I feel like so much gets lost in our families and stuff. But I say that to say I used to go so much because I felt like that was the only way that I really could connect. That was the only way that I was really learning something about me. That was the only way that I really had representation about me and my history and everything like that. But a lot of times I think, white people in the systems want to make it harder for us so that we feel like we have to shrink, we have to abide. And a lot of times in our family, when the line keeps going down and they're continuing telling their kids that and stuff, we most of the time just listen, or we most of the time just kind of, it's like our world kind of shrinks. But then you have somebody that like me that comes, and by me hearing all of that, of course my heart is broken and everything, but it just feels a fire under my ass. Because it's like, okay, we're talking about this, but then you're telling me I'm not allowed to go talk about this to nobody else, or I'm not allowed to say this on a platform. I'm not allowed to sit here and speak on it. But these are conversations that we're having for sometimes 2-3 hours every night. No. That's why I say I will never spare a white person's feelings. I don't care. I don't care. I will act like you don't exist, because until you truly understand and know what black people really go through, you'll just never understand and know. Back then, when things were going on to black people and discrimination, everything was going on, y'all sat there and let it happen. You sat there and watched. You sat there, you were just probably grateful you weren't black. But then, years down the line, you expect for a bitch like me to come and owe you something, owe you respect, and owe you my silence. It's something about how y'all treated us. But then you turn around and expect us to still be nice and be your friend. Girl. So, yeah. I just wanted to talk about that because that's been a topic that I've been having. And my boyfriend was talking to me about it. And I was just telling him, like, bruh, Cameron, nobody will ever live our life. Nobody will ever understand how we think. Like, even our thought processes are so different, It's not just like we can go out and do this and that. It's like sometimes you have to think about, well, even sundown towns, like there's still sundown towns. Why do I still have to look up which towns I'm not allowed to go into? And I think a lot of times too, y'all will never really understand what it feels like to not have representation. Like, even that be crazy to me. Because, you want to see people like you in movies and doing good things. And you want to see people like you in doctors, lawyers. y'all never really understand what it's like. And this is what I say, even with a lot of black kids, it's like we have these huge dreams, but then they just, when your parents and you see how society is, it's kind of like you have to shrink your dream down and fit into this box. And that's why I keep saying there's no box that we should be fitting into. There's nothing that we should be shrinking just because we live in a country where they feel like they can continue to stop us. Like, no, we shouldn't do that. Nor should we ever felt like doing that. Nor should we ever have been comfortable doing that. But hey, and a lot of times people like to tell me, especially, like, but you're not a slave and nothing has happened to you. You're fine. Yes, I just be saying, y'all just don't get it. Y'all don't understand what it's like to live and really hear things from your grandparents, your parents, and just seeing things, having your heart broken because they continue killing a black man. Having your heart broken every time you have to go through your history. Like, even when I was doing my Black history out here and I was sharing my notes, like, even that was hard, and I read the material plenty of times and I know the material, but even that's still hard to talk about, because at the end of the day we still can never fathom why because of a skin color. But you see how when I do that back to you, you don't like it. So when we ask you why did you do that? Why do you feel a need to be like that? Y'all have no answer. But at the same time, I get it. What are you supposed to do? You have privilege. You have things because of how we were oppressed. But like I keep saying, the empire is falling. So as much as you think that privilege is here, and then it's the same thing even with like gun laws. Like, y'all see guns as a means of protecting and a means of bearing my what the hell is called? I don't know. Okay, but me personally, I don't know if any other black people feel like this, but me personally, I don't see guns like that. I see guns as a means of things that, you know, and y'all continue saying black on black crime, black on black crime. Y'all need to be worried about black on black crime, black on black crime. You gave us the weapons because you wanted us to do black on black crime. You'll be surprised how many black boys, maybe black girls, like the only way they really feel, or the first time they felt in a position of power and stuff, is by holding a gun. There are so many people out there like that. And I just want different. I don't want my kids feeling powerful once they hold a gun. I don't want my kids feeling powerful once they graduate college and they got to do this and prove themselves and go hard and hard. I want my kids to feel powerful from the day they come out. I want my kids to feel powerful because you are black. And because of the color of your skin, there's something that's in you that these people want and that these people want to shut down, but they never, ever can. So yeah, I just want to share that. I don't want to go too deep because, no, but like I always say, I'll talk about whatever y'all want me to talk about, whatever topics and all that stuff. So yeah. I just had to share that. It was on my heart. I hope you guys are continuing to enjoy your May, continuing to enjoy the summer, and continuing to live your life, honey. As I always say, live your best life and go thrive. I love all of you guys, unless you white. Sorry. But I love you guys. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what's different from how you grown up than maybe you seen from your friends and conversations that maybe you had with people and stuff like that. Because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I only have black friends. So, but whenever we're all talking, you know, it's like always a correlation and a thing of where we're like, and we're listening to each other and everything like that. But then it's like, once you get to talking to white people about it or something, it's just like, oh my gosh, this again. Oh my gosh, what do you want us to do? So yeah, love you guys.